Hello and welcome to update number 40. I've now been awake for almost 40 hours, 39 hours now I've been awake. And the clock is soon to strike midnight on day 2. Second midnight in the apartment since I locked the door, and yeah, it's really starting to take its toll. But I'm not as tired as I thought I would be. I am in my second wind. So I think that's the main reason why. And why I have a blanket around me right now is because I'm freezing because I just ate an ice cream sandwich because I was tired, and cold is a good way to kickstart your body when you're inside. It's not good to be outside in the freezing cold and being tired. It won't get you more energy. It will only get you more tired and you will die. But inside it's a good way to jumpstart, like a cold shower or an ice cream. But anyway, I am surprised about how well my videoing skills have developed. I don't know how objectively from your point of view, since my plan in the beginning was to watch every video before I uploaded it, but it would take forever since I have released several that's around half an hour, and if I'm gonna live by updating, making an update video every hour, I can't watch every single second of every video, so I gave up on that. I quit pretty quick. So I hope you can notice the difference in how I talk and how comfortable I am in front of the camera, straight out from the beginning. And I do not do retakes. There is like 2 or 3 1-second videos with me like getting words stuck in my throat, or excessively doing that when I say hello and introduce the video. But that's like, I get to like 3 seconds and then I turn it off and then I do it again. I've done that once or twice for separate videos. Once every video. I only reshoot one time after messing up hello. And I don't think that's to be taken bad, or like I am not authentic enough, because the only thing I've done in the videos I did not continue was saying like hi or hello or badly like that, so I can't be heard and I can't start a video not be clear enough. And I do not feel anywhere close to as stifled as I did in the first like 10-15 videos. Now I just start a video and look at me, I'm 4 minutes in and I haven't stopped talking. Might be the fact that I am highly affected about the sleep deprivation by this point, and I will stop repeating about that. So let's get into the topic of this video. I just continued sitting in the sofa and watching YouTube, so I haven't thought very much. I've just been dealing with the after period, post breakdown period, because every time I break down like this, which I have done many times during my lifetime, it usually takes a couple of hours before I bounce back completely from it. So it's gonna probably be a couple of videos before I get really on track again. So in the meantime, I will do fill the update videos with small little side thoughts that come up if I haven't had a planned subject for the video in beforehand. So in this video's topic is about how it is to live with a brain of an addict. And what I mean by that is I have an extreme affinity to get hooked on stuff. And that doesn't mean that I've been an alcoholic my entire life and a drug fiend. I have self-control in the fact that I have the ability to say no to things being offered to me. I have been offered basically almost any type of drug that's commonly available here in Sweden, which is the main ones. White powder, black tar. I've been offered smokes, pills, everything. But I have said no to everything but cannabis. And I have also tried ecstasy a couple of times. And I love the experience, but I will not continue doing that in the future. Cannabis, on the other hand, I will do in the future when I find a legal way to do it to the extent that it helped me medically, because in a previous period of my life I have been using cannabis daily, and even to the point where I have been starting to sell it on larger scales, which I will have a long format video about, but the gist of it is basically I found cannabis, found out that it is a major treatment help for both my diagnoses and my sleeping disorder or problems with sleeping. The only sad fact is that Swedish government is so far back in how they think. They are stuck in the 60s, 50s and 60s still. So cannabis is still illegal in Sweden, unless it's CBD. But if you ingest it, the Swedish law says that if you use CBD or industrial hemp and you test positive on a drug test, you're as guilty as if you've smoked full THC once. So that doesn't really work fully here in Sweden either. And I don't want to break the law, but from time to time I do it because I am an free thinker. I'm not an addict in that sense, because I can go out without both cannabis and the other drugs. I can have it at home and not use it for days without any direct problems, except for the fact that all my mental problems comes back and my sleeping problems comes back when I stop smoking. So I will try to figure out a way to do it without it being illegal. But that's for the future future me to figure out when I get there. But what I mean more about me having an addict brain is the fact that if we look past the illegal kinds, alcohol I've stopped drinking many years ago because I couldn't control it. when I was in my worst period alcohol-wise, I drank about a 3 liters bag-in-box vodka every weekend. And that might not sound a lot for heavy drinkers, but the time I did that, I was like 22, 23, not fully brain developed yet. So, and with my disorders, I don't think my drinking in my teens or my 20s helped very much with what's going on up here. So I finally stopped when I had enough of alcohol. But it doesn't end there. I have had a Coca-Cola addiction worse than any other addiction I've had. I was so addicted to Coca-Cola, the drink, that my worst period was the 3 weeks before I went on vacation for 2 months in Thailand with my sister and the parents. The vacation that in a previous video I talked about my math being so that I had to retake my I had to retake one math class, so I did 2 at the same time. But I digress. The 3 weeks before that vacation, I've counted it and proved it. And my parents saw it. I drank 18 cans of Coca-Cola per day, every day for 3 weeks. That's not good for your teeth or your body or at all. And after that period, those 3 weeks, I went cold turkey. After having an entire life of Coca-Cola addiction. I spent the first 2 weeks having massive migraines because of it. But I got rid of Coke. Then unfortunately I fell back into it again after a while. But about 4 years ago, I think it is now, I drank my last addiction connected Coca-Cola because I went cold turkey again, and this time I've never returned, and I will never return to Coca-Cola again. Now my addiction instead is Monster energy drink, because that is hard to get rid of, because that helps me since it's caffeine in it. And before you go all, oh well, you can just go over to coffee or drink tea if you don't like coffee. Well, how am I supposed to do that when I can't drink anything hot? I can barely eat soup because of how sensitive my mouth is to cold and hot. So basically, I've tried many times, many periods, to learn to drink hot drinks like coffee instead of energy drinks or Coca-Cola or anything like that. After months of trying, I boiled it down to I have about 5 minutes per cup of coffee to drink it, where it is enough, cool enough for me to not burn my mouth and having blisters. Yeah, I have physiological symptoms of drinking where regular people who drink coffee think it's, oh, now it's perfect temperature. Yeah, I get burn blisters over my entire mouth when I drink it at that temperature, so I can't drink hot. So I have 5 minutes when it's cold enough for me to drink without burning, and it being too cold so it tastes like shit. So I gave up on both tea and coffee many years ago. And now I use Monsters, but I keep it under control. I drink, sure, in the grand scheme of it, a liter of energy drink every day is not good either. And in the long term, I will change it out to mostly this, which I'm drinking about half and half now. I drink 2 of these per day, and I drink 2 half-liter cans of Monsters per day. And slowly but surely, through other means of getting energized, I will over time stop drinking energy drinks too, because my goal is to become as healthy as I can. Oh damn. Another thing that proves to me that I'm way more comfortable now in front of a camera than I was in the beginning, because I didn't even realize we're at 16 minutes, and I've just been going on and on and on about a side thought. But oh well, it is what it is. But basically, I have an addiction brain. I'm even addicted to love. But that addiction I will never get rid of, because that addiction feeds me every single day, because my addiction to love is not to be loved. It is that I have so much love inside me, and I have had my entire life, that I want to bring out to the world and give to the world and the people around me. That is the addiction I have, which I will never get rid of, because an addiction to make your life and everybody's life around you elevate to a higher level, that's an addiction I will never stop, because I love that addiction, and that addiction is making me happy without damaging me. And that is how it is to live with an addict brain. And that is the topic of this video, which will end in 3, 2, bye-bye.